Hello, this is Chef Coding. Welcome in another episode of my Erlang tutorial series, and today we will be talking about records in Erlang. And without further ado, let's go. First thing we have to talk about is that the record is not actually a new data type or data structure. The record at the end is just a normal tuple, and you can think about record as just a syntax sugar for tuples. Okay, so if we already said that, we can start looking at code. Start with defining record. The fifth line here is the attribute record, open brackets, and first element here is the name of this record, and this should be atom. For me it's movie. And next we are opening a curly brackets just like in tuple, and here we are defining field names. We can have as many fields as we like. Also in some fields we can define default values for them. These fields which have specified default values, for me it's rating and number of reviews, will have this default value assigned to them when they are created without specifying these fields. Okay, so let's see how we can create a record. Here I already coded a very easy function which I called a create movie, which takes two arguments, title and director. And here's the syntax which allows us to create a record. Firstly, we are inputting hash. After this, the record name opens curly brackets, just like in tuple. And here we are specifying a field using name of this field, which is specified in this record attribute. And after that, after equal sign, we are putting a value for it. And yes, here we are creating new record with a title specified and director specified. These two fields, which are not specified here in line where we are creating our record, these two fields will be created with default values because they have specified them. If we wouldn't put director here, as you can see, director now doesn't have any default value, and in this case our movie would have director as undefined atom, and because there has to be some value there, so there would be this undefined atom. Okay, but I would rather put the director in this create line. We can actually start to test it, so let's run a new terminal, open Erlang shell, and let's try to firstly compile our file, our model. Great, and now we can create a movie. Let's create let's create Barbieheimer, and the director would be Christoph Gerwig, and put the dot. Yes, this is how it looks. As you can see, this is actually just a tuple with first element as atom name of this record, which we defined here. The order of the fields is the same like in our record definition. So we have a movie with title Barbieheimer. The director is Christopher Gerwig, and we have 0 rating and 0 number of reviews. Okay, so we have also a function addReview, which takes as argument a record movie and your rate, which can be anything because it's just variable, right? But you can see that we are adding it here, so it would be better to make it a number, right? But okay, let's get back to our movie. record. As you can see, this is pattern matching. Here we are using pattern matching because we already specifying how this argument should look like. It should be a record movie. And here we are taking out our fields of this record. In this way, we are assigning rating field to the variable rating and number of reviews field to the variable number of reviews. Also, after that, we can put equal sign to assign full record to variable movie. This is just a syntax for this. Let's see what this function is doing. So it adds a new review to the number of reviews and updates rating. The rating is just average of our rates. Okay. And here is the syntax of creating new record from the old one. So here, firstly, we are putting an old record. As you can see here in the function brackets, we are assigning to variable movie the full movie record. And here we are using it. After that, hash and the record name, this which we defined here in the fifth line. And here we can put any field names we want. And after them, the new values which should be assigned to them. The other fields, which are not defined here, will stay the same, like in the old record. So here we are updating the rating and number of reviews, and title and director, which are not specified here, will stay the same as they are. We can check it. Review. First, we need to bound some movie. I will create new movie, which would be the same film movie which I created the line before. So movie 1 is now just Barbieheimer. Okay, and let's try now to add some review to it. We have to put some new movie variable because it's not actually updating, it's creating new record from the old one. I hope you remember that in Erlang the variables are immutable. Okay, let's add some review to our movie. To movie 1, because this is how I specified our arguments. The first one has to be a movie record, and our rate would be a 5. Great, as you can see, we got a new record, movie, Barbieheimer, and director without changes, but there appear a new rating and reviews number. Okay, and we can actually create another one rating now with 1, and pay attention that I changed the number to the new movie, and here I will bound it to movie3 variable, and as you can see, the rating has been updated, the number of reviews also. Okay, great. And now I will also show you another example of record. Here I created a record vehicle with fields name, speed, and speed unit. Here is the create vehicle function, very similar to the create movie. Here is also update speed, which is very similar to add review function. The syntax which I use to update field is very similar. As you can see, old record, hash, record name, and fields which we wanna change. Here is the new thing which I would like to show you. We can get a field value from record in this way also. The variable, the record, next the hash, the record name, dot, and after that the field name, which is also atom. We can check it on our movie. So from movie3, hash movie, dot, I wanna get a rating. Okay, the record movie undefined. Okay, it is probably because the records are defined in the files, not in the Erlang shell. And so I won't show you that in this way. I can quickly write a simple function, get rating movie, and we can get movie hash movie dot rating. Great, let's compile fast. Sorry, I didn't export it. Get rating. Now compile. Hello records, and get rating from movie 3. And it should return, let's see what it should return. It should return 3.0. And we got it. Here the syntax is actually a bit different than in creating movie, because here I am using syntax with hash, and here I am just using the knowledge that the record is just a tuple with first element as the record name. Yeah, now I think it's all. I hope you learned something, and thank you for watching. See you soon.